So here's a quick look at one of our infographic elements. This is just one template that I picked out of the collection, and you can see here it's sort of a flowchart style, and we have templates where you would just put in the text that you want, and this one flows from one idea to the next. You can put percentages, dollar values. You could even remove that circle and put your own information. Lay it out however you see fit. You can create a pie chart and some additional stats. So you get the idea. This is just one particular infographic template. Now what I did was I took another template and I opened it up here in Keynote. I'm on a Mac right now. Now if you were on a PC, you could do the same thing in an application like PowerPoint. And here's what I did. So I pasted in one of the infographic elements. In this case it was more of a red theme, and you can see it's got a bar chart and different types of layouts here. Then I've decided what I want to do is create a infographic about Pinterest. And I want to talk a little bit about how Pinterest is growing, how its user base is now up to 70 million, and illustrate the fact that it is a growing social network with lots of power for marketers and for content distribution in general. So what I did was I went over to Google and I did some stats, or I did some searches. For example, I looked for Pinterest stats. So here's one blog that lays out a whole bunch of different stats about Pinterest. Now this is a little bit of an older article, and I could go through and look at any of the results. Here's another one by the numbers, 14 amazing Pinterest stats, and find out all kinds of cool stuff about Pinterest. And you can see here these are very specific stats that I can now reference in an infographic. So going back over to my PowerPoint or Keynote, I'm just going to start laying out for a designer, or I could even do this myself if I want. Here's what I'd like my infographic to look like. Start with this template here you see here on the left, and then put in the title should read The Rise of Pinterest. The subtitle right here should read A Look at the Growth of This Popular Social Network. Next thing down here is we have two spaces to put some data. So one of the spaces we'll fill with the Pinterest user base and talk about the 70 million number. Next, 3 years to success. A little comment here about how Pinterest launched in March 2010, and it has rapid growth, and it's seen rapid growth drastically over the first 3 years. So I'm just pulling stats one by one from a blog post like this. And so I fill it all in. I'm just giving notes here to a designer to go and actually customize this for me. I'm going to show you how I actually get that done in just a second. And at the very bottom, I'm telling my designer, oh, by the way, here are a couple of blog posts that I used to actually find all of the stats that we found in an infographic. You want to make sure you reference the source of your data. Then I just went over to Fiverr and I started looking for designers. You can search for design or graphics or vector design, things of that nature. And I found somebody here who is offering a Fiverr gig with unlimited revision rounds to edit any graphics you have. Now our infographics come in AI, Adobe Illustrator format, which this guy handles. So what I did was I bought a gig from this guy, and I'm asking him to create an infographic for me. Once I purchased the gig, I sent him a PDF version of this little PowerPoint or Keynote, and I'm just asking him to take this template of which I've also provided to him in AI format, and I'm saying take the AI, the Illustrator file, and instead of all these templated pieces of text, put in all of the information that I've provided to you here. This whole process took me around 15 minutes or so it was really, really quick. When you consider how much an infographic would cost to have built from scratch and have all the research done, you're looking at thousands of dollars saved, and just a day or two turnaround, I'm going to have my own custom infographic. So that's really the process. It's as simple as that. A quick recap. We start with one of our infographic elements, put it into Keynote or PowerPoint, find a blog post such as this one to pull some stats about a topic. In my case, it was Pinterest. Filter those stats into a Keynote or a PowerPoint telling my designer how I want this infographic to look, and send both the template and this piece of or this document you see here explaining what I want my infographic to look like to the person on Fiverr. And voila, you're pretty much ready to go at that point. Then you just wait for your gig to be delivered and you have a fresh new infographic.